What's good YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. In today's video I will be showing you guys the 3 new limited cars that have come out with this update. Now I will be showing you guys these cars in depth, which means I will be showing you guys the statistics and stuff like that. I will also be showing you guys the 8 new working codes that have also come out with this update. So without a further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, we are now in the wonderful mechanic shop and we are about to customize the Ferrari 250 GTO. So let's get right into it. But first, let's have a startup. Never gets sold. So first, I don't think I am going to change the paint, as I really do like the Ferrari red that is on it. But let's just have a look at what other colors I can make. So this black looks pretty nice. Let's see what else I can make. Possibly a nice blue. That doesn't look too bad. What about a nice grey? That's not actually too bad, honestly. Now the performance. So stock, it has 296 horsepower. Let's see how much horsepower we can make it have. So of course we are going to click on stage 3. That gives us a bonus 300 horsepower, so let's buy that. And then let's see the forced induction. We're going to obviously have a turbocharger. As a supercharger, I don't think that would be a very good idea. Also, supercharging gives you less horsepower than turbocharging, as turbos are a lot bigger if I'm not mistaken, and they just give you a lot more horsepower. As you can see, 610, 339, so they almost give you double. So 1200 horsepower, let's buy that. Now of course we need really good brakes, and the brake bias we need all the way up. Then the weight reduction, we definitely need weight reduction. As you can see, it improves handling and braking. So we have street reduction 100, sport reduction 250, and race reduction 500. And of course we are going to need really good grippy tires, so let's buy that. Transmission, we need good gearing as well. That's not too bad. I'm going to go with this one. The front tires also need to be extended, so I'd say that's pretty good. Let's buy that. Okay, so this car is pushing at around 1200 horsepower, which is a very high horsepower for this car. Now let's see how fast it can go. And oh my, it's just wheels. Oh, try that again. So it's wheel spinning all the way to top speed, as you can see, 134. This car has a very low top speed. The price of the car, 48 million, is not based on top speed or statistics or anything like that. It's actually based on the real life market price. So the real life market price is at 48 million. Now, would I recommend this car? I probably would recommend it if you do have the money, as it is also a limited as a bonus. Also, this car is just really fun to drive around, I must say, but the power of it is just stupidly ridiculous. Now let's go on to the next limited car. So here we have the 370Z Nismo. Now let's have a quick startup sound. Pretty nice. Now let's see the top speed of this. Now I did actually upgrade this car, and I think it's pushing at around 900 to 1000 horsepower once again, so let's have a top speed. 100, 150, 160, 70, 80, 90, 200, 208 as the top speed. That's a really good top speed considering the price of this vehicle, which is 42,000, which is really cheap for a limited. Also, I would recommend this car for you guys to buy, as it's very cheap and it's also a limited. This car will probably be leaving in 48 hours if I'm not mistaken, or it could be a lot longer, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I would recommend this car. And now here we have the final limited car of this update, and this is the Aerial Atom. Now let's see how much power we can make it have. But first, like always, let's have a startup sound. It's got a very, very unique startup sound. First, let's paint the car. Okay, I can paint this and this, so the accents of the car. Okay, what color would I like? Of course I'm gonna go with that beautiful blue. Now let's see the performance of this car. So it has a stock horsepower of 507. Let's see how much we can give it. 291 plus, which is 798 horsepower. Let's buy that. Forced induction. Let's turbocharge it. Yeah, let's turbocharge it. So 1203 horsepower. Wow, that's a lot. Now race reduction as well, as this is a race car. Let's keep going. The grip tires, of course, because I feel like this car's going to struggle. Race transmission. The wheels, let's see what wheels I can put onto them. The stock ones are pretty good. I'm just gonna keep the stock ones on for now. So let's test the top speed. Okay, but first let's have a rev. And the car does spit out flames and it also burbles. That's very nice to see. Okay, top speed run. Ridiculously fast acceleration. Okay, I was saying that the Ferrari's ridiculous to handle, but I actually think this is ridiculous to handle. Let's try that again. It was like 210. I think it can go higher. The wheels are spinning at 200 miles an hour. Rough top speed at around 220 miles an hour, which is really good for the price of 200,000. Now, would I recommend this car? I would recommend this car as it's also very cheap, or I would say like quite cheap, like 200,000. So yeah, I would recommend this car, and it's a stupidly fast track car. Okay, now we are going to go over the 8 brand new codes that have been introduced with this update. So let's go. So first up we have the code Joji, and it is spelled just like this, and it will give you 50,000. Now I have already redeemed it, as you can see. The next code is Cam, just like this, and this will also give you 50,000. The code after that is Mr. Gamer, spelled just like this. When you submit it, you will also get 50,000. The code after that is Wani. When you submit this, you will also get 50,000. You have the code 924, spelled just like this, or written like this. When you submit that, you get 50,000. The code after that is Con, spelled just like this. When you submit that, you also get 50,000. You have the code Craver, just like this. When you submit this, you get 50,000. And finally, we have the code Yeah Boy. And you guessed it, you get 50,000 once again, bringing you to a grand total of $400,000. Also, this is one of the new cars from the update, and I think it looks very nice. And we are gonna now head over to the racetrack, but before we do that, let's have a startup on this car. Sounds very nice. Okay, I will see you guys when I'm at the racetrack. Okay, we are now at the racetrack, and I think it's only right if I bring out one of the track cars. So this is the Aerial Nomad. For a very nice engine startup. It's a very long racetrack though. And here you go jumping. The springs were very nice on this though. This is going to be the end of this video, and if you guys did enjoy the video and would like to support me, then you can always do that by subscribing, and it would be greatly appreciated if you could. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.